In this video, I will be presenting you with 3 faces of the American dollar and how the words on each one affects the value of the currency. Thomas Jefferson says that paper is poverty. It is only the ghost of money and not money itself. This is because paper money has no intrinsic value. It is not like precious metals, for example, or property, real estate. The value of the paper money is what we have placed on it rather than the paper itself having value. They're simply legal tender. The first face of the dollar is the $1 silver dollar. On this note, it says, "This certifies that there has been deposited in the Treasury of the United States $1 silver dollar, payable to bearer on demand," which means that when this note is used in any transaction to make payments, there is an equivalent of $1 silver dollar in the Treasury of the United States of America. The second example now states the dollar is a silver certificate, and the words on it, I quote, reads, "This certifies that there is on deposit in the Treasury of the United States of America $1. So this is no longer a silver dollar. It is $1, and this is a certificate to prove the transaction. It says $1 in silver, payable to the bearer on demand. It also says this certificate is legal tender for all debts, public and private. This third face of the American dollar is the one that we are more familiar with. Now this version, this face of the dollar, is simply a Federal Reserve note. So it says the United States of America. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. There is nothing on here now to state that a silver dollar, any silver, has been deposited in the Treasury of the United States, which means that this note can be printed as often and as when required. It is not being backed by gold, the gold standard, which in 1971, President Nixon of the United States of America encouraged world leaders to detach their currency from the gold standard. The American dollar is the most widely used currency in the whole world. A lot of us save in currency, which is constantly losing purchasing power. So the transition has been from silver dollar to silver certificate, and now there is no reference to silver on the currency. The inscription has changed each time, as you can see in this slide. In summary, it is worth taking note that the currency notes in themselves are nothing but paper. We should start thinking of how best to preserve wealth, how best to safeguard our hard-earned income, and do what the banks are doing. They are stockpiling precious metals, gold and silver.